The boy who learned to fly. 12-year-old Marcus stood at the edge of the basketball court, watching his older brother sink shot after shot into the hoop. Every ball seemed to glide effortlessly through the net, as smooth as water flowing down a stream. Marcus clutched his own basketball tightly, his palms sweating despite the cool autumn breeze. He had been practicing for 3 months, yet he still missed more shots than he made. Maybe I'm just not meant to be good at this, he muttered to himself, kicking at the dusty ground beneath his sneakers. That evening, Marcus' grandmother noticed his slumped shoulders at dinner. What's troubling you, young man? She asked gently. Marcus explained how discouraged he felt about basketball, how his brother made it look so easy while he struggled with even the simplest layups. His grandmother smiled warmly and shared a story from her own childhood. When I was your age, I wanted desperately to play the piano, she began. My fingers felt like they were made of wood for the first year. I played the same scale 200 times every single day, and it sounded terrible. But I kept going because I loved the music, even when I couldn't yet create it myself. She paused and looked directly into Marcus' eyes. Your brother has been playing basketball for 5 years, Marcus. You've been practicing for only 3 months. The difference between you isn't talent, it's time and persistence. The next morning, something shifted inside Marcus. Instead of comparing himself to his brother, he decided to compete only with yesterday's version of himself. He created a simple chart on his bedroom wall, tracking how many successful free throws he could make out of 20 attempts each day. On Monday, he made 4. By Friday, he made 6. Some days he improved, and other days his score stayed the same or even dropped. But Marcus kept showing up at the court every afternoon, rain or shine, hot or cold. He stopped focusing on perfection and started celebrating small victories. The day his shooting form finally felt natural, the afternoon he made 3 baskets in a row for the first time, and the moment he realized he no longer dreaded practice, but actually looked forward to it. 3 months later, Marcus' teacher announced that the class would participate in a school-wide basketball tournament. Marcus felt his old anxiety creeping back, but this time he remembered his grandmother's words and his own progress charts, now filled with steadily climbing numbers. During the final game, with only 33 seconds remaining and his team trailing by 1 point, Marcus received the ball near the 3 point line. Time seemed to slow down. He didn't think about his brother or about Mason or about what others might think. He simply remembered the thousands of practice shots that had brought him to this moment, bent his knees the way he'd practiced, and released the ball with steady confidence. The gymnasium erupted in cheers as the ball swished through the net. Marcus' team had won. But more importantly, Marcus had discovered something far more valuable than victory. He had learned that consistent effort, patience, and self belief could transform what once seemed impossible into reality. The first question says that in the first paragraph, the person states that the basketball shots were as smooth as water flowing down a stream. Based on this comparison and the surrounding sentences, what does the word effortlessly mean in the phrase? Seem to glide effortlessly through the net. Now let's go back to the passage. Pause and read. Okay. Now looking at the fact that when we say water is flowing down a stream and the flow is smooth, that means there is no barrier, there is no obstacle. The water is flowing and doesn't need that much energy to actually do the flowing. So, with that, we can say effortlessly means being done without stress or struggle or much energy. If you have a better one, put it in the comment section because here we are using context clue. You're not to look up the word in the dictionary. You have to use context clues. So it says, what does the word? Okay, the word. Let's quote it also. Effortlessly means the free throws. Okay, let's not tie to free throws. Means being done without stress, struggle, or much energy. The word effortlessly means being done without stress, struggle, or much energy. Using context clues. Now, the meaning in the dictionary will be close to this, but will not be exactly this. The aim is not for you to get the exact meaning according to the dictionary. The aim is for you to get the meaning according to the context. That's just it. Let's go to the next one. The passage describes Marcus' grandmother sharing a story from her own childhood. Later, it mentioned she played scales that sounded terrible. Using context clues from the passage, what do you think the word scale means in musical context? Let's go back to where the word scale was mentioned. Let's go back there. We have that's that would be paragraph 3. Yes, paragraph 3. It says that okay, it's not paragraph 3, that's paragraph 2. That's second paragraph. All right, pause and read. Let's explore it together. It says, my fingers felt like they were made of wood for the first year. I played the same scale 200 times every single day, and it sounded terrible. Scale. Now, looking at the fact that she's playing a piano, and what do you play on piano? We play the keys, right? And the keys make sound. So we can say the scale mean musical sound. We can say that. We can also say the scale mean musical notes. Musical notes. So if you see any of those, you are close. Remember, the aim is not to get the exact meaning. The aim is to get the meaning that can be gleaned, that can be gotten from the context in which the word is being used. And since the word is being used about the grandmother playing piano and playing it over and over again, definitely scale should mean playing piano keys. And it says it's playing musical notes. That means trying to get the it's trying to play the keys according to a particular written instruction. So that's what it means. So we're going to say scale means musical notes or sounds. I'll leave it at that. If you have a better one, as always, put it in the comment section and we'll see in the next one.